Welcome. Let's take a look at our top story. Chinese President Xi Jinping is currently facing the ire of the global community for the current pandemic, which China failed to rein in when it was limited to a string of stray cases, and for Beijing's renewed push for expansionism that has turned several nations against the country. In the middle of all of this, Xi Jinping is on the lookout for allies, and now he has turned to China's northern neighbor, Mongolia. Xi Jinping has sent a personal message to Mongolian Prime Minister Khürelsükh and has reaffirmed the close bilateral ties. Xi has said that the two neighbors should work closely together to further their comprehensive strategic partnership. Why this sudden and gracious attention to a relatively inconsequential neighbor? The answer could mean that Xi Jinping is scrambling for allies. Xi is also trying to bolster his image back home. The communist regime has launched a poverty alleviation program. Recently, Xi Jinping visited the Ningxia Hui Autonomous Region in China's northwest. It is a region dominated by minority ethnic groups, Han and Hui, and Xi was there to check poverty alleviation work. While there, Xi said that every ethnic group shall receive the benefits of poverty alleviation in equal proportion. He stressed on inclusive development, but there is some disparity between what Xi says and what his regime does. The question is, why is Xi rushing to the country's hinterlands and also engaging with remote neighbors? This all at a time when his country's economy has taken a beating and global standing has diminished. The answer could point to some deep-seated political insecurity. This argument doesn't seem to be totally out of context. Xi has been in power for over 7 years now. He promised to make China a superpower. For this, he set out on 3 big agendas. 1, ending poverty in China. 2, making China a technology hub. And 3, for China to have a global foothold through the ambitious Belt and Road Initiative. But all of his 3 agendas don't seem to be going as planned. The Chinese economy was anyway troubled by the trade war with the US, and when the pandemic hit, it made things worse. The dragon's economy has shrunk by 6.8%. Blaming China for the pandemic, several countries are looking to shift their industries out of China. Chinese tech companies are also facing resistance worldwide. Huawei, a dream project of China to rule the global internet network, has been banned in several countries. US, Japan, Australia have put a complete ban on them. The UK is looking to limit the share of Huawei in its 5G program, and India has responded in another way. It has banned 59 Chinese apps. A ban on Huawei might also be likely. Now, things are not going as planned for Xi Jinping. He might have thought Hong Kong to be an easy pushover, but the region has proved to be anything but. It has manifested into the biggest worry for Xi's regime. The brutal assault on Hong Kong's autonomy has captured the world's attention. China's expansionist ideas have got the world acting. India, Taiwan, Indonesia, the Philippines, Vietnam, Australia, all have been provoked by China, and they are not looking to back down. In such times, the best way out, according to the Chinese president, seems to be to keep his allies closer and put an image of a reformist for the domestic audience.